Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. We have confirmation that there will be a new Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day, which is February 27th, 2025. In this video, we will be going over every single possible game, all of our predictions that we could get revealed on Pokemon Day during this special presentation. But what we care about is finally getting new information for Pokemon Legends ZA. And along the way, I think we can also very much expect new spin-off Pokemon games. What about Mystery Dungeon, a sequel to New Pokemon Snap? What about a game that we've never even heard of? That'd be a ton of fun. I think there's a possibility for new Pokemon collaborations. Pokemon Day is a celebration of this franchise and a great opportunity to promote new products that we can enjoy over the next year. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also with the LumiosePost.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
Guys, we've reached it. We've reached February. This is our time. We've waited all year. For just to if anyone's maybe re-entering Pokemon, right? Maybe you saw the thumbnail, you got a little excited. Maybe you've put Pokemon on rest for a little while. We've been in a drought period. Last year, let's start there. Last year, Pokemon Day 2024, we got the reveal, the announcement of this new Legends-style Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends ZA. It's a game that takes place in the Kalos region, more specifically Lumiose City.
I got that.
I know, and if you've played, the original Legends Arceus game that took place in like an ancient Sinnoh, I'm sure you're very excited for this new title. This is a huge upset. This is something that we didn't even predict. I don't think anyone really predicted a Kalos game. I think what I'm excited for most of all at the end of this month is for Game Freak, for the Pokemon Company to surprise us with whatever they're always surprising us. They also announced last year Pokemon TCG Pocket, and that's a game that I think kind of has taken hold of my life. Like if I could gauge it by the wife or the wife barometer, right, or the family member barometer, TCG Pocket is massively successful because my family members are playing it. And they only play TCG Pocket in Pokemon Go. So there's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot, and I'm so excited to finally get a trailer for Legends ZA. I don't know. How are you guys feeling?
That last part.
Yeah, of course. Like
the last part.
I'm sorry. Genuinely, no. You know what? There's gonna be that one guy in the comments who says he's this way because he wants to be different. But like, who isn't ready for a ZA trailer?
We've been waiting, man.
The one guy's like, I don't want any trailers. Trailers are bad. But you're wrong.
Every single month we've been like, are we gonna get some news this month? For 12 months, and now we've arrived in February. We will be getting news this month. It will be Legends ZA. And you know what? So later in the show, we're 100% going to kind of detail what we predict is going to happen or what we will actually get revealed to us. Because all we really got was like a gameplay. Let me show it right here. All we really got was like,
what if we don't?
Concept footage.
No, so I will say that it was confirmed today that, I mean, we could not get something for Pokemon Day, but it was confirmed today that Nintendo have confirmed that this game is coming out in 2025.
Okay, yeah.
No delays, nothing.
Right.
It's coming out in 2025.
No, this game is
That's cool. I didn't know that.
I'm not worried about that.
I figured it. I wasn't worried about it, but, cool to
No, but it was still a question. Like,
again.
It was still a question. It could have been like, oh, we're sorry, we have to delay this game to 2026.
Sure,
even though it wouldn't make no sense whatsoever. But
really,
and it would put them in a really bad position if they delayed it to 2026 because it would be like, okay, it would be the same as 2022. I
think I have more. I faith in the Pokemon Company. I get it if you don't trust them, but I was convinced this was coming out this year, and I think we're gonna get a trailer. So later in the show, we'll detail what we think is actually gonna like be in that trailer for Legends ZA, because all we have is this like concept art. We don't even have gameplay. We don't have anything. I didn't even tease it, but there are going to be Mega Evolutions in this game. They tease Mega Evolution at the end of this trailer that we got last year. So listen, we'll detail that all. But what I do want to do, we created this nice little bingo card for Pokemon Day 2025 over on our Twitter page, Hidden Power Pod, and I kind of want to just go through. This is Lumi's right here. I want to go through at every single item that they could announce. Because they usually start with what is it even called? The Cafe Remix, right? We'll get some Pokemon Go updates.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna get some new Pokemon in Pokemon Sleep. People are expecting a new expansion set for TCG Pocket. So let's go through the motions. Let's go through everything that we might see. Right, new anime information. Let's go through what we might see on Pokemon Day. Lumi, take it away.
Okay.
Trailer
so
opens. Trailer opens. Pikachu's running.
He said.
Yeah, Pikachu said. There's and then here's the hidden power reference right here with the unknown letters. I love that.
That don't make sense.
Yeah, honestly, wow.
It's Pokemon Presents just jumbled.
Yeah.
Is that actually what it is?
The unknown. Yeah, it is. It's scrambled around. Like what's that called? What's that called when they do that? It's not an anagram. Is that it? An anagram?
Ramble? What's the game? Scrabble?
Scrabble. Yeah. All right. So Pokemon Presents. The trailer starts. What are they showing us first, Lumi?
Well, I don't have it like in order of how I did that. I just kind of I tried to be strategic so that I could get bingo and try to put them in places where I can try to get a bingo.
So Ishihara's talking.
Yeah, but I first had. Do you have here? I should.
No, I got it right here.
Okay, you were on the thing, so I was like, wait,
you should pull it up for yourself.
I do have it up for myself now. But so first up, I have the trading card games. Sometimes, that's not Pocket. I have the TCG. Sometimes they reveal something with it. Like I remember either last year or 2 years ago, they revealed like a classic collection or something.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been drumming up TCG a little bit more. Like, off camera, we were talking about how they gave TCG a really like cinematic trailer at Worlds. I feel like they want TCG to be more at the forefront, especially because, TCG has like through the roof grown in popularity over the last few years. So I think that that's going to be something that we just now see in Presents, even though it used to not be. So I think there'll be something with the TCG.
I like that.
I don't know what. Maybe they'll like officially reveal like the next special set. I don't know if y'all know how the TCG works, but for viewers who don't, they have regular sets that come out, but then they'll have special sets that come out. You probably, if I said names of ones like Shining Fates, Paldam Fates, those kinds of things, those are special sets. So things like that I could see.
No, I think that makes total sense. I mean, I think Pokemon TCG has also been having it's been having another boom. Like the first massive spike that we saw was around the COVID era with all that Logan Paul stuff.
Mm-hmm. And first, but
not the first, but like that was the first in recent memory.
Modern. Right.
And there's been a ton of adjustment that I think the Pokemon company has had to do to meet demands. And what I've been seeing over the last 6 months is that demand has kind of hit a new peak, right? I don't know if it has surpassed the demand of the COVID era. But definitely there's been, I went to my local card shop. I tried to grab just some packs. I was looking for like the partner packs where like the trainers are with their Pokemon. Those aren't even out yet, but I was like, all right, I'll just buy a couple packs for stream. But 3 packs cost like $30 or something. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to just go open my 2 packs a day on TCG Pocket for free.
Oh yeah. It's another big boom. I mean, you've seen the videos online of people, beating the snot out of each other in Costco,
Oh yeah.
It's
so I would predict what I think is last year at Worlds they announced a new set, which is I think it's the tag team set. It's like Let's Play Together. What is it called?
Not tag team, but
tag team?
I don't know what it's called. It's not tag team because tag teams went to 2 Pokemon like Zekrom and Reshiram. It's like In's Zekrom or In's Reshiram, Lily's Clefairy. I don't know what you'd call that, but it's just trainer. Like it's the trainer's Pokemon.
It's a weird name. It doesn't really make sense. Or it does make sense, but you wouldn't think that that's what it would be. Anyway,
owner's Pokemon, I guess, is what like the fan term is for it.
Yeah.
Battle partners. There you go.
Battle partners. Here, let me look that up right here.
So they announced this. 2 Pokemon on 1 card.
So they announced this at Worlds, and I do think they made this a pretty big deal.
They did. Yeah, they gave it a really cinematic trailer. Like they animated it.
But wasn't that at Wasn't there one in Pokemon Day on Pokemon Day as well?
Yeah.
Look you're talking about this trailer.
I feel like I was talking about this trailer, but on Pokemon Day, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. I actually feel like it was 2 years ago because I think the TCG reveal and last Pokemon Day was actually TCG Pocket.
Yeah.
But there was two years ago.
Bro.
They revealed like a battle collection, and it was like a classic collection of cards, and it's like.
That was a while ago.
They remade the original set, and
that was a while ago. So
$500 if you want it.
Yeah, no, I do remember that. So I love this. I predict they're gonna make a big deal about this new set that's coming up because I think this is something they want to push. It is a celebration of all these classic characters. I think it's just inherently going to be popular, so I could totally see them prioritizing this, the TCG right off the bat. And listen. My barometer is I want to buy some. I don't buy TCG cards every single time they come out, but if these look cool, I'm probably going to buy some. Absolutely.
I like to get them for art. Like I got really into it, into the cards when they were doing the sets that had like Pokemon from Legends Arceus, because there is, and I never got it, but there was a full art
some of those
Hisuian Samurai like V or V Star, whatever they were called then.
Yeah.
Card, and it was beautiful. It was like him looking at like a lake in his it was gorgeous. I never got it, which is depressing, but
yeah okay,
it was fun to try to chase it.
No, it is super fun to chase. It gets a little expensive, but I think fans will like this set, so I'm definitely looking for. I think that's a fair prediction right here, that we're gonna get some new
I think it's
CCG
guaranteed.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the history, but I'm pretty sure there's been TCG in most of the recent ones,
especially in recent years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it'll be here again. I think that Dusty has a good bet on it being like, here's some more battle partners, like because the ones they revealed were just like Marnie and Lily,
which are Iono was in there. Oh yeah, they're popular. Yeah, but absolutely, it's like they go
now reveal some more.
Here's Trainer Red. Here's Team Rocket. Here's Lance.
They have a Unova set coming out soon, and then also after that, like some kind of Mega Focus set. So maybe they like go ahead and reveal, Karina's Mega Lucario is going to be one. No, we have Alder's Volcarona.
Yeah,
no, I would also say that they might show off that the black and white set.
Yeah,
because if they make, this is a bigger prediction, but if they make like a lot of this presents like hints to black and white games, then
here we go.
No, but it could be themed around it.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna. I mean, actually,
well, we know that like, and Pokemon Go does different regional tours, so I'm not saying like this is indicative of it, but Pokemon Go is going to announce, this is data mine, so this isn't a prediction, this is straight up confirmed. Pokemon Go is going to talk about their Unova tour in the presents. So I mean, you already have some black and white stuff there, so sure, why not make it a black and white themed present?
Remember both the TCG and Go,
right?
Talking about Unova stuff already.
Like we've had stuff before where like it felt like a very Johto themed presents, or a very
yeah.
Like remember when they revealed Raikou for Sleep?
Yeah.
Last year we were like, it's Johto, right? Because it was like it was leading up. So I was like, at the end, it's gonna be that.
Yeah. So let's get back to Pokemon Day. So this trailer, and I'm
gonna hop around my board, so I like leave the mainline stuff for last.
Yeah. So Lumi, you also put something on here, and I think this is great, right? Okay. We see a little teaser with Pikachu. Maybe Ishihara comes up. He's talking. Well, I love Pokemon so much. Pokemon's great. Thank you for buying all of our Pokemon stuff. No, I know. But okay. So
can you imagine? I love Pokemon so much. It's so great.
He just starts talking about that he like loves Snivy or something. He's just like,
and the camera's like, Ishihara, the script.
Sid, I love Sigilyph. It's no one appreciates it like me, right? Anyways, this is always a really fun thing to do. Usually in these presents, if you've watched the old presents, as you can see right now on screen, this is last year's. There will always be a bunch of plushies in the background. Yeah. Lumi, you put this on your bingo card.
I did.
That there's going to be a set of Pokemon in the background that maybe allows us to have fun with some fun predictions, right? I know that they're hard.
There's gonna be Johto plushies.
Yeah, they're not hard. Yeah, Lumi thinks.
But there always is.
Yeah, Lumi's gonna think there's gonna be.
Well, actually, isn't here. Look here. There's not here. But I think they're gonna bring them back because that was like the running joke was that literally every presents had the Johto plushies, and so every presents all the if you watch the chat, everyone's going, oh, they're gonna reveal Johto remakes, Johto Legends, Johto Let's Go, all this, and it didn't happen every time, and I don't think it'll happen this time. But I think that they're going to put the Johto plushies back on there because they know exactly what they're doing.
You know what I would love is if there was, and to not spoil it, we see the Kalos starters in the background, but then we also see the Gen 3 starter plushies, the Gen 5 starter plushies, and the Gen 8 starter plushies. And then at the end of the trailer, they reveal the starter Pokemon for Legends ZA.
And it's a mix.
It's a mix of those three.
That would be so fun because you're going the whole presents. You're sitting there going,
which one is it going to be?
This one from that one, and that one from this one, and this one from that one. That would be fun.
That would be so fun.
Really
or they don't do it because they don't want to actually ruin the surprise.
But that's a good prediction, though. I mean, because nobody else is going to be predicting that. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So, nobody would have even thought to look at them, but now we're going to be look at them.
Oh yeah,
I always look at them.
I always look at them, dude.
I always look at them, but I'm not looking at them to be like, oh, is that the trio of starters for Legends ZA?
And I guess for listeners, what is it?
I was gonna say the greatest one was the presents for 2021, I believe. No, 2022. That was when they revealed Scarlet and Violet. I hate so much that I wasn't in the YouTube game then. But I would start 3 days later, but they had all the, because that one was interesting because Legends Arceus had just come out, so there was some back and forth on will they actually do a new generation reveal, and so I remember they had in the back the different generations were represented, and it was making me go oh, okay, I think they are actually going to reveal Gen 9 here. And then, of course, we get the trailer, and it's obviously Detective Pikachu. And so I was like, nah, they're not going to. Then you see the Game Freak logo, and you're like, wait,
It's funny you say that because for me, and I almost want to fact check myself, but I have this memory of them having a Pikachu and Eevee plush in the background, and then minutes later, they revealed Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
It wasn't that one, I don't think.
I don't remember.
I think it was. Someone let me know in the comments. But
someone let you know.
This to say, there's a little bit of precedence in the past, and that is why we are even discussing the plushies in the background.
Oh yeah,
because often it's just plushies that they're like if you look in the background here, they're just showing the loyal three. They're showing Karada and Miraidon. These are just legendaries, right? The starter Pokemon of Paldea. That's all it is.
Well, that was the last thing that came out though too, because that was the DLC.
Yeah.
Even the Pecharunt thing had just come out. Not even.
And they, and they had done. They revealed something for Scarlet and Violet in that presents. Yeah. I mean, it was just probably a raid event or something, but they always dedicate, a little bit of time to it. And I think that'll be the case this year as well. But I also have, so I'm going to give the listeners some context about me. I don't play Pokemon Go. I almost said I don't really, but I just straight up don't play it. I have played it. I don't anymore. I don't play Pokemon Sleep. I don't play Pokemon Unite, and I don't play Pokemon Cafe Remix. But that made this
play
fun.
Pocket, though.
I do play Pocket, but that made this fun to kind of predict those for now. Yeah, when ZA comes out, Pocket's done. To me, but I have. So it was fun to kind of try to predict what they'll do for Sleep, Go, Unite, and Cafe Remix. So I'm just gonna hit those real quick. Cafe Remix, I predict that they're gonna bring in Terapagos. We're kind of closing down the SV.
I've never even opened up that game.
Me neither. To be completely honest with you, I don't know what it is. I think it's like Candy Crush, but I'm not sure.
Which is cool.
I don't even know what it's for. Is it for the Switch or just a mobile game or what is it? I don't even know.
I think it's for the Switch too, isn't it?
It's definitely mobile, but they might have a Switch version as well. But now you said that, and I'm second guessing.
It probably is.
I don't even know where to download this. I don't even know where to get this.
I don't know how to play this game. Let
alone
do I play it.
I think it makes money. Let's just say that.
I mean, people enjoy it. I know that. I think Joe Merrick's wife, Marty, who's also a streamer. She's a big Cafe Remix fan.
Nice. All All right, let's
I just typed it in on the App Store, and it is at least on the App Store. So it might be for both, but it's definitely mobile. But anywho,
let's keep this moving.
I have Terapagos for Pokemon Cafe Remix because I do think as they're winding down the SV hype, they're going to want to kind of include that in there. Pokemon Unite, I have Ogerpon. I think that is such a Unite coded Pokemon, and I think that could be cool. Also, I don't know if this is true because I'm not a Unite fan, but I saw someone comment, I think on one of our videos, or maybe it was on Twitter. They said that Pokemon Day presents always reveal a legendary specifically for Unite.
Interesting.
If that's true, cool. Then more the reason for it to be Ogerpon.
Dude, Ogerpon would be so cool because it can change its ability.
Right, it can change its form too, and it's running around with a freaking cudgel.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so Unite coded.
That would be fun in Unite. Not that I've ever played Unite, but
honestly, that would make me kind of interested. Would I play it? No, but it'd be like, oh, that's really cool, and I'd probably even say I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna not.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll stream it on the podcast channel.
I wanted to be a little brave with Pokemon Go because, like I said, we know they're going to be promoting the Unova tour, but I wanted to be a little brave. And predict something else.
Lumi, I think
they will tease. I think they will tease Paradox Pokemon coming.
This is very bold.
I like that, dude. That would be. I mean, it does almost not fit with what they're doing with the Gigantamax. It probably would make sense if they just keep promoting the Gigantamax, and then maybe this is next year or something, or even the year after. I think
it'll be a tease. I don't think it'll be like a, hey, this is out right now, get on your game, Paradoxes are in. I just think it'll be like a
trailer,
because I feel like they did that with Ultra Beast. They kind of just teased they're on their way.
It's cool, yeah. I mean, they're you guys have debated me over the last 2 years, but I think these are legendaries.
I mean, they're literally not, but okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that they are.
But
anywho,
debate
if the legendary beasts or swords are actually legendaries, but that's another.
I think I think sub-legends are not really legends.
This is another topic.
Oh God. No, but before we get down this rabbit hole, last little on these games that I don't know. I predicted Koraidon for Pokemon Sleep. It's up.
That's
just because
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's a Pokemon that could look really. It's a very
dude, that would be so good. Let's see.
In Scarlet and Violet, I feel like Koraidon is very animated.
Yeah.
My wife got Violet, I got Scarlet, so I saw both the cutscenes. Koraidon was way more animated than Miraidon was. Like it had so much more personality.
Dude,
so
it's literally sleeping. It's sleeping in so much art.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is I feel like I see it sleeping everywhere, so I feel like it's got to come at some point. You know.
You know what's interesting?
And I think last year they revealed the Paldean starters, right?
Yeah, they did, man. You know what I've never noticed? I've never thought about when I play Sleep, imagining it in the same type of setting as Scarlet and Violet, because the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon sleep when you're camping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah,
100%. I could see them sleeping. There's so much gameplay of Koraidon
not
sleeping
a
already.
spinoff, but y'all point out the plushies that I had, with the Johto plushies. I do also have, this is a bold prediction. This is arguably my boldest prediction on this, but I think the horrifying Pikachu animatronic's going to return.
He's there.
Yeah.
Why would he return? Look at him.
I don't know. I don't know. I just, I think it's going to happen. He was downright terrifying.
Oh, horrifying, dude.
But some other quick spin-off stuff.
I still haven't recovered.
With TCG Pocket, I had two predictions for it. For one, I think they'll reveal a new expansion.
Yes.
They just did a new expansion. January 30th was the Space Time Smackdown. I think that they'll go ahead and reveal the next one. And maybe it'll be available after
you guys
the
can see that it's confirmed. That those are confirmed. There was, I don't know who
a data leak. I think I saw this.
A lot of people said it, so it wasn't just from one source. Okay. But basically, they're getting a second one. How the first set got I don't know. They say A1 and A2. So
yeah, it's a third version.
So you're saying they'll get a genetic, how they did Mythical Island for Genetic Apex. Space Time Smackdown will get something as well.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
what's
coming out.
Makes sense because Arceus isn't included, so they'll probably have an Arceus themed one.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's coming out for that, and then the next one's in April is the actual full new set.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I think they'll reveal that. For the record, let the record show I did not know that, and I still put it on there. So, yay me.
Yeah,
but it's an easy prediction.
I mean, maybe they'll go a little harder with it too, since it's so popular. But I don't know. Maybe they didn't plan on it being that popular.
They've also done, I feel like they've done a really good job since release, putting out a new pack every single month, which has been fun. And I'm starting to actually get a little bit behind on collecting. But I think what's cool is, all of these games appeal to someone, right? And I think what we mostly care about on this channel is, Legends EA. But I have, for the last 2 years, enjoyed the Pokemon Sleep updates. I, don't usually care too much about the Go stuff, but I do play it passively. Like, it's fun when they announce a community day and I can get the Pokemon and bring it into Scarlet and Violet. I'm excited for new TCG Pocket information because this is a game I play every single day.
Yeah,
maybe even on this recording, it'll be time for me to open another pack of
maybe.
my day.
Or I think we maybe talked about going live after we record this, so maybe you'll do it then.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But I also have better trading for TCG Pocket.
Yeah. They announce it. That makes sense, man. When they have an audience.
The trading is really garbage right now. You have to trash so many good cards to be able to trade crappy cards, basically. And it's a garbage system. They've already kind of acknowledged it, and they've put out a thing that's hey, we're gonna make it a little easier.
But we haven't told you how yet.
Events. Right. So I feel here they're gonna I don't think they'll acknowledge their shortcoming. I don't think they'll say hey, we screwed up, but I think they'll go, ooh, and this new thing will allow you to trade easier,
No, that's so true.
That's definitely possible. I feel like they weren't prepared though, for that backlash. So maybe it might take them a little bit of time to figure it out.
I mean, they're still learning the game. It's still a young game, I mean, it came out literally second to last day.
Oh, not even
October.
A year, yeah.
So what, 4 months?
Yeah. I do want to bring something up. We talked about the plushies earlier, and I meant to bring this up. Right. This is last year. They have all these Gen 9 Pokemon, and then also the Kanto starters. And right at the end of that statement, they announced that the Kanto starters will be available in raids. Again, very clear. I should have said this earlier, but very clear connection between what they're showing in the background as a foreshadowing for what they might reveal in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But it could just be raids.
But it could just be,
which is just be raids.
Raids could also be
we're
cool.
Gonna get hype. That's what they should do. They should throw in Empoleon, Superior, and what's the other one everyone's predicting? Cinderace. And so everyone gets excited, but then they just reveal Empoleon, Cinderace, and Superior are back in raids.
Bro, if they did that, that would be the
Kalos starters. That would be so funny.
That would be the best troll ever.
It would be pretty funny. It would make for a good reaction.
They do like to troll, but
that
would be funny.
Oh, yeah. But then I did put a new spinoff. I'm not married to this, but I wanted to have it on there in case it happens. I think it's possible they reveal a new spinoff, whether that's a Switch thing like Mystery Dungeon or, in my opinion, more likely some kind of mobile game. I mean, we do know from the Terra leak there were things they at least worked on, like Rodeo and stuff. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Rodeo happens.
Do you want to explain what that is? Rodeo was a scrapped. Yeah, I was saying that in a stream. I thought it sounded nice. Like in California, Rodeo Drive.
It's
okay. See, I'm Southern, so I'm thinking rodeo.
No, I know. I was just trying to make it sound like a little bit elevated. But
I think it's tomato.
It is, yeah. So. No, but Pokemon Rodeo was a scrapped project by Game Freak that we learned about in the data mine of last year, right? The Terra leak, as it's dubbed online. And this game basically was...
You ride your Pokemon like a rodeo.
Yeah, it's crazy. You battle your Pokemon, and I think it's cool. So I think
it's really cool. I wish
the big maybe when it comes to a spin-off game is maybe there's a game like Rodeo. I mean, I think Rodeo it was scrapped, but they're they got secrets up their sleeves.
What's the other one? Was Synapse? It's people were speculating that
one seemed to not be spin-off though, because that was it said that it was being developed, at least in part, by Game Freak.
Yeah, who knows?
So that might be something, and that's another reason I put new spinoff is because maybe they could reveal that. We know nothing about that one, except it's allegedly a game being developed by both Game Freak and Ilka, who also happen to form a company together, which is a little sus, with that in mind.
That'd be interesting if that happened after Pokemon Day last year, right?
Yeah, it happened. I don't know. I feel like May or June of last year.
Like maybe they announced that and they go, "Hey, we're working with Ilka or whatever. We formed a new group." I could see a little announcement of that formation of that new group. I can see that.
Maybe. I mean, it's already been officially announced. Like if you pull up Sleep, it's mentioned on there.
But to be like, "Hey, I know you're all upset." Like as a PR stunt to be like, "Hey, we understand a lot of fans weren't happy with this. But guess what? We have a lot of great games coming up, right?
I don't know. I don't think they do that.
We have more help. We have more support.
That came out in 2021. I don't think that 4 years later they're going to dig up their dirty laundry like that. You know what I mean?
What came up in 2021?
Green Diamond Shining Pearl, which was the thing that everyone was
I'm
upset
talking about Scarlet and Violet. I'm talking about the gap year.
Since it was Ilka, I was thinking you meant BDSP.
Sure, yeah. I know. You're showing your bias. Thinking BDSP is the worst thing in the world.
No, you just said Ilka.
I know, but I said that they could help make good games.
Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna do that because they don't really announce like those kind of things.
Sure, unless it's the behind the scenes projects.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to do a celebration of the franchise and in the middle of it be like, "Hey guys,
sure.
So you know how our game sucked?" Well, you know
that's true. They could though announce a new game and say this is being worked on by Pokemon Works.
Yeah,
which is a good project. Okay,
absolutely. Yeah. Then I have so there's a new show. Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah,
on Netflix. It's a little
Pokemon Concierge.
Yeah, Pokemon Concierge. It's a little, what's that called? Stop motion. That's what it's called. Show. I believe they've already greenlit it for season 2. I could see us getting like our first little tease about it in this.
Yeah. If there is a season 2, which I think there is,
I'm pretty sure it got greenlit for season 2.
When I saw this though on your thing, I was like, maybe they show us the claymation one too.
Yes.
No, see, that's for like 2027 though. There's no way they do it this early.
2026?
No, it's 2027. It's supposed to come out in 2027.
They could announce it though. Be like, hey, if you love these characters, we're working with them on something.
And
just for listeners, I'm trying to pull it up right now. It is a new collaboration between, where is it?
I don't remember the name of the company, but it's the company that works on Waltz and Grommet.
Exactly. Yep. I don't know.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So
really?
I gotta tell you, I am so happy that you feel that way too, because I felt so alone.
Listen, I'm not thrilled. It's not like the most exciting thing I've ever heard, but I think
not thrilled.
It's a cool project. Did you like Pokemon Concierge?
He said I'm not thrilled. I'm angry. Yeah.
I'm upset. No, thank you. No.
I think it is.
My reactions.
My eyes. There's literally me right there. My response.
Pokemon has announced a collaboration with the claymation studio Aardman Animations set for 2027. I think it could be fun. They do other things than just this. This is also pretty old.
Yeah, but like just seeing him run, it's all just this in different fonts. Really,
look at his face; is terrifying.
Yes, but it's like a cartoon of like a man, right? But like if you look at the dog looks fine. The dog is kind of the straight man here.
I don't know.
The dog is okay being still, but then once it starts moving, that's the end. Let's get off this picture.
Oh wow,
I don't like it.
Yeah, you guys have like a serious phobia when it comes to claymation.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
I'm excited. It'll be nice.
I think I do have a legitimate phobia of it. Sure. Like I'm not scared of it, but I feel very uncomfortable.
I'll respect it, but I think a lot of fans are gonna be enjoying whatever product they put out.
I know I'm a freak. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't say you're a freak.
I don't get how other people don't feel that way.
You didn't have to say it, Dusty. I could see it in your eyes.
Tell me this. Does cilantro taste like soap or heaven?
Heaven.
Okay, there we go. So now, there we go. So
does it taste like soap to you?
So some people, it looks like it tastes like soap.
Does it to you?
No, to me, it's heaven. It's the best,
so we all
best
like
flavor in the world. All right.
And by the way, I did look it up, and it does say that Netflix did indeed greenlight a Pokemon Concierge Season 2. And the thing is, this post, it's on Reddit, and it says that it was like where they're posting the news article from Variety, and it says that was posted over a year ago. So I feel like it's been over a year since they announced that's going to happen. I feel like this is very within reason to get our first look at it. It also was first announced in a Pokemon Day Presents, so what that's worth.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it was at least in a Pokemon Presents, maybe not a Pokemon Day one, but either way. Then I have Worlds. I think that they'll do a little thing about Worlds. They typically do now. For the last 2 years, they have reveal like official art for Worlds. Like you've already seen it if you've looked at the Terra League stuff. But that, and maybe go ahead and let you know some
maybe
things.
we'll
like,
show
go ahead
it right
and reveal,
now.
Yeah, pull it up. But I think they'll also go ahead and reveal some things that'll be at the menu. Like, hey, you know, officially we're gonna have a Pokemon Center pop up there. Oh, you know, there's gonna be this guy who sells things, or I can't think of ideas. I'm not good at that, but you know, they're gonna talk about what's there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt we see this exact image.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe they've like tweaked it a little bit because it got leaked. Like, you know,
this is
like,
another thing that came out in the Terra
colors.
Leak. Yeah, they don't need to change anything. This is it's cool, and I think it's also what is also cool is this is something we could see. I mean, I think there could be a theme to this presents that's all about Kalos. I think that's very possible. And this image features the Kalos starters because those will be the starter Pokemon in Legends EA the year of this World Championship. I'm excited. I
only
think
just now realized the Froakie is imitating the Vanillite, and that's adorable.
I didn't ever notice that either. That is hilarious.
That's cute.
Awesome. Yeah. That's so.
But
cute.
Fingers crossed for Mega Greninja with bubbles.
Dude,
yeah,
right?
that would be nice.
The Frubbles were so cool.
Yeah.
So now I'm ready to move into
thing,
the mainline stuff.
Let's see.
So
no.
Before you do that,
no. Wait, I got predictions.
Okay. Good. Go. Fire them.
What were you gonna say, Soul?
I was just saying, like, we didn't touch Masters at all, and I was just thinking about I don't play any of them, like Lumi said, and
but the trailers are sick,
so I don't play any of anything else. But I feel like Masters and even Cafe Remix, I don't think Masters will get shut down, but I'm just thinking like of now they have Pocket. It's like they have so many that you can just forget about them, and it's like around this time things like Pokemon Duel and Pokemon Shuffle, they'll get shut down. I'm not saying that will happen in the presents, but I'm just wondering, like, will we even see them in the presents because they're planning on phasing them out anyway?
Yeah. I would have to take a look at how much money they're making, but from what I've heard, I think Masters is doing well. It's a gacha game.
I think Masters is fine. Masters has like a cult following.
It'd have to be Cafe Remix before Masters, right?
Yeah.
I think. But I don't know if they show anything. Will they show like a little blurb on Masters, like just?
Oh, I'm sure.
I think so.
I'm sure they'll have a new Signasuit person.
Like this, last year's Pokemon Presents was about 13 minutes long. I think this one could be. Listen, if they got TCG Pocket and then they want to show off Legends EA,
I think this one's
and then
longer.
they want to have a debrief, this could be like 20 minutes.
Nah, this one's going to be. I should have put this on my bingo board. It's going to be a 28-minute Presents.
I think it is going to be a big boy because I this goes into the mainline stuff, but I do think that they're going to do like a trailer for ZA and then like those explanation things at the end. You know, where they talk about, oh, this is what you do.
So what you just saw. Yeah.
In this world,
guys, we're gonna be streaming it, and just so you guys know, listen,
we
will be streaming this on Pokemon Day, so make sure you subscribe if you have not already.
Streaming, and
also, I mean, like last year they literally revealed ZA, and like it ends when the ZA trailer ends. But I feel like this time they'll do the trailer and then it'll cut to the guy. I always forget that guy's name. I know Ishihara, but I forget the other guy's name. The guy with the he's like a
long hair,
younger dude. With glasses. But he'll cut to him and he'll be like, now we'd like to talk a few things about what you just saw. And then, cut to the I feel like it's always the same woman doing a voiceover, and she's like, this Pokemon is mega, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I want to do a little plug just before we get going. We're already 40 minutes in. If you guys are enjoying this, if you found this channel and you love Pokemon, maybe you found us because you like Nintendo, this is the place. This is the #1 Pokemon podcast for speculation, theories, lore. We love the games here. This is what we're all about. So make sure you subscribe. Stick around. We got so much content coming up. We're gonna be live streaming 2 different live streams on Pokemon Day. We'll be doing a like a pregame, like a reaction, and kind of a first impressions live stream. And later in the day, we'll be doing a full breakdown about what we saw and predicting what we could see going forward. And then later that week, we've got plans to work with some of your favorite Pokemon creators. We'll be kind of mustering together some like kind of breakout sessions, breakout podcasts to kind of to bring those creators in on the discussion and kind of get their thoughts. I mean, obviously all your favorite Pokemon creators are going to be making their own videos, but this is the only place where they can, sit down for a couple hours and really flesh out their ideas. And you guys can hear all of that. So make sure you subscribe. You're not going to want to miss that later in the year, later in the month, not year.
Later in the month.
Like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Dude, yeah. Oh my God.
So literally all week I've been thinking about just like the magic of not Pokemon Day. That's going to be great. But the magic of like the day Legends EA comes out and I'm pulling like an all-nighter just because I'm anxious. I get the game. I come home. We're streaming it right on the channel. Like, it's going to be so much fun. I'm thrilled, dude. To discover, I was playing Legends Arceus last night, and it was honestly so much fun to just be in that world again. Pick up some new Pokemon. I love it, man. I think it's such a great game.
Not to mention, at that point, we will be like, we'll play the game, we'll enjoy it, and then it'll be like a couple months until we're right back here again. Where we're doing Pokemon. We're doing Pokemon Day again for Gen 10.
That's true. That's true.
And we're just gonna be like,
dude, it'll be the 30th year. Yeah, we're gonna get Legends EA, and then it'll be like, a couple months later, we're gonna be in the 30th year anniversary of Pokemon. Like, I think the next 2 years are going to be so much fun. I really, and I'm grateful that we've built up this community. All of you guys that support us. This is turning into a longer, yap session than I had expected. But all of you guys that support us, I'm really am so grateful that you guys show up every single week and we can do this and we have this platform to just like gush about our favorite things about Pokemon every single week. It really is great. Like, now that we have this and now we're entering this new era, like.
Yeah,
like we met each other during the hype cycle of Scarlet and Violet, and but we started the show right after that, like when the hype was gone. So I'm looking forward to this. But yeah, we can get right back into this. So did you?
Wait, well, while we're off, should we plug the secret Discord and supporters? I've got the supporters log pulled up.
If you've got it up, let's do it.
Yeah, I do. So we want to thank all of y'all who support us every month. It's crazy how many of y'all have showed up and support us. We want to give a special shout out to a couple of you, our mythical tier supporters: Hayden Segal, Ryan, Amphosinus, Cornet Highlander, Chris, Tyler Low 15, JMO 557, Ball Guy Leaks, Primal Gray, Case, Oven, Carson, Still, Sully the Skeleton, NMT Arts, Gray Williams, Papa Nito King, Northender, Travis Mashburn, Matt Hale, and the Poke Kiddo 1. Thank you all so much. I want to give a special shout out to our Arceus tier supporter, Red or Carson K, and a Gigantamax size shout out to our Game Freak Inc. level supporters, Young Smokey and Bramtastic. Thank you all so much.
Y'all are awesome.
Thank you guys so much. If you want to join the Patreon or become a channel member on YouTube and get your name read, to get your name read, that's a higher tier, but $5 gets you into the system. You get to join our secret Discord. You get to get access to, I think we have like over 100 hours of like additional content. Some of it are, guest podcasts. Some of them are exclusive podcasts of Secret Power, where we're talking about maybe our lives personally or even just some of our other hobbies outside of Pokemon. And we also have a ton of gameplay VODs, which turn into discussions, right? 3-4 hour discussions about whatever the game it is that we're playing. There's so much content on that you get for just $5.
Yep. Also, too, we are, because this is dropping this Thursday, yeah?
This will be out on Thursday, yeah.
Okay, so we are this coming Tuesday, February 11th. Yes, February 11th. We're doing a live call-in show with our Discord. So if you sign up right now, you will have access to that. You'll be able to go in to the Discord. It's a live podcast for you, so it's exclusive to the Discord people in it being live. You'll be able to hear us talk, and you'll even get to call into the show. So, like, we'll open up the floor to you. You will be on here talking to us, giving us your presents predictions. That's going to be kind of the theme of it, is, so we can hear y'all's, react to y'all's, talk about it, hear y'all cool ideas. So join that now, and February 11th, you can get in and talk to us about it.
We want to hear from you.
No, that's going to be so much fun. That's going to be, great catch. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Let's get back into our predictions.
Very much
here.
so, yes.
So did you have something else that you wanted to say?
I mean,
you were just talking about like things that might be dead. games that might get maybe discontinued in the future.
Yeah, that's all really. That's all for that.
Kind of bleak, but it is true. I think Pokemon Sleep has slowly left a lot of people's daily routines.
Also Sleep I see, but what I'm thinking is that you can't think of all of them at once. Like, I forgot Sleep,
sure.
even though
I forgot Masters on my bingo thing.
Masters. Yeah. So it's like, it's really, there's too many almost. It's like too oversaturated to where it's like people can't even, normal fans, hardcore fans can't even keep up with it. So
we've seen them phase out ones in the past too. Like Pokemon Smile got phased out. Pokemon Cafe actually has been phased out. That's why it's called Pokemon Cafe Remix, is because they phased out Cafe
and then
revived it and brought it back as Cafe Remix.
Well, I think what we need to think about is it's the point of having all these games in the announcement or just in the ecosystem of Pokemon isn't so every single person enjoys every single game. It's that, there's a buffet of game types that appeal to certain types of people, right? Just in the same way that Legends Arceus appeals to a certain player, Let's Go appeals to a certain player. It's kind of like that. And I think we care about the games, but also I care about TCG Pocket, and I lukewarm care about Go and in Sleep, but that's kind of lukewarm. Everything else I don't care. Some people, they play the games and they also play the heck out of Pokemon Masters. Some people play the heck out of Unite.
I don't think that Go or Pocket, definitely not Pocket, are going anywhere anytime soon.
Unite.
But I think that Sleep and Cafe have they might, I don't know.
Yeah, no, they definitely could. They definitely could.
Yeah.
I
feel like it might be a little too early for Sleep. Like it's got to be Cafe before any of them, right? That's been around for so long.
Yeah. And you're not saying they would announce the foreclosure of these games.
No.
They would just
just will be absent.
Maybe they would just not present it. So I want to throw in a fun idea. This comes from our friend Jake Steinberg. I thought this was my brain was glowing after he said this. I can't even believe this hasn't even happened yet. I feel like it is so commonplace now. Like back in the day when I was in high school, it was uncool to be into anime, right?
Mm.
And I feel like the Pokemon anime has always been clowned on because it's kind of a different thing, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty kiddie anime compared to other anime.
But most animes are adaptations of the original source manga. And Pokemon has had a manga for 30 as long as the thing has been around. Why have they never adapted the manga that people talk behind closed doors? They behind the schoolyard dumpster, they talk about the manga like it's this edgy sick thing that you can only understand if you read it yourself. Why is that edgy cool thing not adapted into its own anime? Can you imagine that?
I know, but at the same time, that manga's been around forever.
I know.
And so they actually have done the opposite where there's a few different mangas, however you say it, but
manga. That's
how I say it. Yeah, I know.
I think it's manga, but I'm not confident.
What you want to say is what you want it to be. It's the opposite where the Scarlet and Violet mangas based on Scarlet and Violet. It's that instead of the opposite way around where they would base something else on the actual adventure, from the books. I don't know. I feel like that's a great idea, but they could have done it 20 years ago.
No, totally. They did. They totally could have. But I guess the idea is that it is so popular right now. It was kind of nerdy in the past, but I feel like there are. I don't know.
They should do it.
I feel like major studios are funding original. I don't know if they're original, but they're funding animes. I feel like Netflix is producing all sorts of animes all the time, and I'm assuming they're either original or adapted from other mangas. And I just feel like it's cool. It's cool now. So either now or in 5 years, it's an opportunity. I could see it. It actually, when I think about it, I go, I don't understand why they haven't done this in the past, because it is its own thing. It really would be its own story.
Yeah, I do think I'm kind of with Soul, but a little bit reversed, because I think it's a great idea. It's just the timing ain't right.
Yeah.
But I think what would be if they even ever do it, because I think there's a giant chance that as cool of an idea as it is, they never do it.
Yeah.
But if they do it, I feel like that would be a 30th anniversary announcement because another thing too is like when we switch over to a new generation, we're also going to have Horizons will probably come to an end, and they'll want to do a new anime for the for Gen 10, and I feel like if Gen 10's this really celebratory gen like Sun and Moon was, where like you have all these characters returning, I think that's the perfect time to do a Pokemon Adventures anime because you have all these characters come back in. So I feel like if I'm Game Freak and I have the idea to, hey, let's do an anime off the adventures, I would be like, hold that thought. We're going to do that next year, you know?
No, totally. Or they could announce it for next year because that's the other thing. It's like they're going to have so much stuff to announce next year.
You don't want Horizons to end, though.
No, I am not saying
have two anime.
I'm saying it would be a complete separate anime. I don't think it would.
Yeah, no.
It would have anything to do with Horizons or Ash or anything. I mean, it's a separate thing.
Well,
it would have a different art style. It would be more serious. It would actually, in a lot of ways, be for a different audience.
Yeah, I agree. But I think like what they would do is they would wait for Horizons to end, and then they would jump to that because that's something that they've tried to do with Horizons, and that's something that because of like the discussions we've seen with Game Freak. With the Terra Leak, a big reason they retired Ash and moved to Horizons was so they could gradually try to capture an older audience. It was even, I don't fully understand the stuff, but basically Horizons was even put... I don't know. I'm not a big anime guy.
Because maybe this is a better push.
I do know that they even moved it to a time slot that is traditionally a time slot for not... When I say older, I don't mean like people our age. It's still like... a younger audience, but older, like older kids. You know what I mean?
Teenagers.
It's no longer Dora the Explorer.
No,
now
I get
it's more
you.
like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. You know?
Why does Blue? I'm looking in the manga. Why does Blue, or is his name Blue in this? His name's Green in the manga. Why does Green have the coolest team in the whole world? He's got Charizard, Scizor, my favorite Porygon 2. He's got Soul's favorite Golduck, Rhydon, Machamp, Pidgeot, Ninetales.
That's Soul's favorite?
Oh my God. Alakazam. Some of this is basic. He's got the Venusaur, Surfing Pikachu. He's the main character.
I mean,
Gyarados.
He's a Gen 1er, but...
Zapdos. I think it's so cool to be like, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this. This is the joesarebi.net, archive of all these, main characters. And it's so cool to see that these main characters have all these Pokemon, but they're different teams. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like if the anime was always about Ash and Ash is the main character, it would be so cool to watch an anime where the protagonist, the role that you play in a Pokemon game, actually go through their journey. And now we have these, and it's just fun. It would be fun to see what their canon teams are, right?
I will say that if they really wanted to make a big brain move, this would be the play. If they're like, we don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do with the anime anymore, and we don't. I mean, they could make one anime for younger children, and then this one for everyone else, because it's like you said,
this is the One Piece, you know?
Yeah, they have. Anime has blown up into mainstream, so it's like mainstream. People watch it no matter what age you are,
and then you make a movie adaptation 5 years later.
Yeah, most of the time it's mature. Older audiences that are watching mature animes, and the Pokemon manga, the Pokemon manga has been mature from the beginning. They could literally just adapt from the start of this one manga, because there's two, I'm pretty sure, 2 or 3 even. They could literally just do that and make a whole new anime, and it would be. I think it would work. But
that would be so cool, man.
This is a whole nother topic.
I could be wrong, but I think this is the only one that's ongoing. They've done. The Electric Tail of Pikachu.
Yeah.
But I think, and that was almost like an alternate Ash. He has an Oddish and he catches a giant Slowpoke and all this stuff in it. But
it's a great idea, but it won't be until Pokemon Day 2026.
Yeah, no, there's no way they do it this year.
I definitely see it as something that is, and maybe it's maybe they commission these and they condense the manga into a 20-part series, and that's just one thing that goes out. It starts, it finishes, it's done.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what they're doing with Horizons, and this is a good segue that we didn't even talk about Horizons in
it could be on
Pokemon Day. There was I'm
gonna grab something. You can keep talking.
Okay, there was an image. They do a calendar every month, like a calendar image. Pokemon Horizons does. They release one, and it was Roy and Kilowattrel, or I think, and and it was for February, and they starred all of the days that there's going to be an episode of Pokemon Horizons, and then they put a nice big star on Pokemon Day as well. And the thing is that the last February, they didn't do that. But this February, they did do that. And so everyone is assuming that there will be Pokemon Horizons news in the presents on Pokemon Day.
I can see it.
Also because we know the names of the titles of the episodes that are gonna come all the way until February, or the end of February, and they are basically leading up to like this epic battle between the two main groups, antagonists,
Rising Volt Tacklers and Explorers.
And yeah, so it like all culminates on Pokemon Day, and they've had a lot of time to plan this, and it just seems like they're going to like tie it in with ZA stuff, and move on from there. And I honestly think there's leaks, and I won't talk about the leaks, but there's something that happens that I think that they're going to keep, and that it's going to happen right then.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, and I agree with you. I think we're getting to it.
Should we say it?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
But
it's cool though.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I think I know what it is.
It's a rare spoiler where I'm like, nah, people gotta see that for themselves, you know. But anywho,
the year of the snake, baby.
I think Horizons could totally get announced then. The only kind of, I don't even know if I'd call it pushback, but I'd say issue I think they need to consider with that is that since Japan is so far ahead of us, you have to think right now, I don't even know where the English is at with Horizons because I don't watch but I feel like the issue is if you do a big trailer for the future stuff for the Japanese one, there's going to be spoilers in for the English viewers. So if you're someone who watches the English dub, you don't keep up intentionally, you don't want to get spoiled by the Japanese version of the episodes, the original versions, and then you see oh crap, this Pokemon evolved or this did that, and then it's a big spoiler. So I do kind of wonder about that because the only other time Horizons has been in a presents was when they just kind of announced the English episodes were coming, so it wasn't remotely a spoiler. So I don't know, but
I don't think that matters to them that much. Okay. They post on the
spoil
English
stuff so
accounts,
much.
They spoil all the time. They keep up to date with
the English account. You know what I mean? It's one thing if the Japanese account does versus the English account, because this is going to be broadcast to everyone, whereas the Japanese account is intended for the Japanese audience.
Yeah. I haven't seen. I don't know for sure. I can't fact check it or whatever. But I don't think that they care. Okay. I think that they literally post things all the time, and it's just the people go nuts. But
I hope they don't. And I feel like this is a great time to shamelessly plug Pokemon Horizons and say that seriously, people give it a shot. It is more mature. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's Chainsaw Man or anything like that. No, not remotely. But it is more mature than the Ash anime was.
You keep mentioning that. What is that?
It's an anime.
It's when I think of violent, it's you know what's funny? Okay. I haven't even watched it. I just know it's incredibly violent and incredibly adult.
Okay.
But I'm saying that to say it is not anywhere near that. But it's very story driven. It's very plot focused. It's very.
It's an adventure.
There's twists and stuff in it. So it seriously go watch it. It's really good.
Cool. That's good.
I mean that's the main. I will to segue into
we gotta move on. Yeah.
The only thing we haven't touched is also Scarlet and Violet. Will we see anything?
That's mainline. That's
what I mean. It is.
Yeah.
Segueing into mainline.
So that's a great point. So we're thinking we're gonna maybe get new raids. Possibly, I could see another giveaway.
I think they won't even mention it, bro. I don't think Scarlet and Violet will be. This is the thing.
You don't think they'll mention Scarlet?
I don't know.
Think about all the stuff that we just talked about and how long that took. And now think about the amount of ZA stuff that we should get and possibly any kind of new game. You know what I mean? It's just Scarlet and Violet's done. There's maybe they throw in these raids are happening now.
Yeah.
They literally do that on Twitter every single week. So
I know, and I've been enjoying all the the new shiny giveaways and stuff that they've been doing.
Yeah, they don't need to announce it in the presents.
No, you're right. They don't.
They will. I feel like they just make the presents longer.
It's just that we're so far from it. It's done. This would have been the year that we're getting Gen 10 announcements. Like we wouldn't even be getting anything Scarlet and Violet. You know what I mean? Like it's done.
I don't know. I disagree. I disagree. Like as long as it's the competitive thing, I think they'll keep announcing it. I even have on here. I think that they'll re-roll the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves raid, and then they'll also announce raids for Iron Crown, Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt, and Iron Boulder.
Dude, yeah. What if they're like? What if they're like the first one? That would be cool if they're like, hey, the first one you capture is shiny, or like this is a shiny raid for Walking Wake in Virizion.
I think it's more likely that we get shiny Koraidon and Miraidon announced.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that there's a good chance they do that because like you even saw in that other presents that they like showed. Okay, you're having Venusaur raids, Blastoise raids, and then it said and them returning is Charizard, and so like
this was like
I could see it where it's like Raging Bolt and Iron Boulder, Gouging Fire and Iron Crown,
depending on what version
making
you
its
have.
return, Walking Wake and Iron Leaves.
Yeah.
It could literally be something like this, like a 2-second, like
and
right in the beginning.
That's what I'm expecting. I don't think they'll spend too much time on it. But I did also have this is a bold prediction that some of my predictions on here are kind of I want to get it for a bold prediction, but I'm not banking on it.
Yeah.
But I did have Scarlet and Violet getting a patch. I could see them like announcing, that's been rumored for a while. I don't know. I'm not married to it.
I don't think it's going to happen.
But
I think the only thing
that
could happen, and it won't be announced, is just that Scarlet and Violet runs better on the Switch too. Like that's literally it.
I could see that too. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't talk about Pokemon Home at all. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what.
I don't think we're going to get anything for Pokemon Home.
I think they could announce
unless they have something robust to announce. Like if they actually
they do
some sort of overhaul. What?
I think they do. I think that they will announce. They did this thing, and Dusty, you especially have been enjoying this. They announced that.
I don't know if this is announced, but I like this.
If you collect all the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, like natively, for Pokemon Home, you get a shiny Meloetta. If you do it they announced for just recently, like a week or two ago. If you do it for Legends Arceus, you get a shiny Enamorus. If you do it for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, you get Manaphy. Yep. I can see them now announcing it for Sword and Shield. And being like, okay, do it for Sword and Shield. You get a shiny Zarude.
Listen,
do we know like in between the times though, how long it took, like between Enamorus and Meloetta? How many months was in? It
was definitely longer than this time, but I feel like
they announced that like last year. I think you're right. The Meloetta was a long.
Yeah,
I think
it was a while ago.
Listen, I'll put that on my 2025 bingo card. I don't know if I'm putting that on my Pokemon Day 2025 bingo card.
Yeah, they announced it October 18th was when they...
Okay. That's about so much time. That's so much time in between that it makes me feel like Pokemon does not just hand out shinies that often. You know what I mean?
And these shinies are forever. Maybe these will last. Like there's no expiration on these.
I mean, but these aren't really handouts though. You do have to. You kind of work your tail off for these.
These two for sure. I'm not getting them because of that. But
I mean, you have to pick up Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl again.
I actually kind of want to.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it. We'll be doing. We will be live streaming it on the channel. Subscribe.
Yeah. Anyway,
Lumi will be taking a vacation during that day.
I've never been more happy to not really be a shiny fan.
Yeah. These two are not too epic anyway. But anyway, that's off topic. I agree with Dusty. I don't see them doing anything with Home unless
this will happen eventually. You're right about that, Lumi. It will happen.
Yes,
but not on Pokemon Day.
The only thing I can see is if we get the release date for Legends EA, which we should get the release.
I was about to say, is there a chance we don't?
There's definitely a chance that we don't.
Oh man.
But if we do get it, which we should, I could see them being like, and home compatibility will come for Legends EA, this date instead.
I don't know,
something like that.
They usually don't announce that till like after the game's released.
I'm just saying if they wanted to, if there's any kind of home news, that's the only thing I could see happening.
I did also put Pokemon Bank closing. Ku had teased at some point that there was going to be news on the Visa, which is like what the Chinese community refers to basically DexIt as. And he did say he doesn't know if it's going to be announced on Pokemon Day. He just knows it's going to happen at some point this year. My assumption is he's talking about bank closing. And
I'd have to look at that tweet again just to get context for it all. But yeah,
like because bank is on a timer. Like whether you believe Q or not, bank is on a timer.
For sure. But it's just
dude, that's so scary. Honestly, if they're gonna, and I'll say this is my big prediction. 2020. What year are we in? 2026. This is my prediction.
He's like,
this is I'm always in the future. Okay, this is my prediction. 2026. It's the 30th year anniversary. We get Pokemon Day, February 27th. Okay, 2026. I'm so excited. And there's gonna be a segment where they again give us this awesome trailer showing all the Pokemon games through the generations, and then they go, Pokemon Bank is closing, but they announce Pokemon Classic ports and say that they are compatible with Pokemon Home, and say we will be revealing more of these down the line. I cannot wait for that.
Happen.
I cannot wait for that.
I think Bank will close this year, though. I think Bank will close before those ports happen because it makes those ports even more desirable when they happen. It's an even bigger deal when it happens.
I moved all my Pokemon the day that they announced that the eShop was going down. So
that's the thing, too, is like, dude, Bank is on a clock. I don't know that it lasts through this year.
Yeah,
to be completely honest with you.
I think it really is. I think it's connected to the ports or any way that we can play those games.
See, but I feel like the best thing to do from a business perspective. I don't like this as a fan, but from a business perspective, I feel like the best thing to do is close Bank, no ports announcement, and then later you announce ports after it's closed. Because what that does is it starves people, and then you give them food.
I'm starved already. I'm dying out here.
But see, Dusty, this is the kind of thing that will get people like Soul a little starved. You know?
Soul will be like, I actually do love Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I've never
it's not even that.
And I've never played Ruby version.
It's not even that, but it's like I don't have access to these Pokemon right now. Or it's a little harder to get these Pokemon right now. And then suddenly, boom, you have a bunch of access. And then imagine they do freaking home events for that. You know what I mean? Like, then they're like, get the decks from Fire Red.
Yes.
Boom, shiny this,
Yes, dude. That would be so amazing. That would be so amazing, dude. If you get like a shiny Deoxys or whatever, just by completing the Emerald decks and transferring them to home, that would be incredible.
Well, guys, we got to move on.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We
got to move on from ports. We don't know if there'll be ports at this Pokemon.
I definitely don't think it'll be this year.
Ad nauseum.
I definitely don't think it'll be this year. I imagine the ZA stuff's the bigger stuff, so I am going to say I kind of could see them doing a Switch 2 mention, whether that's hey, we're developing a game for a Switch 2, or Scarlet and Violet runs better on the Switch 2. I could see a Gen 10 tease in the sense that, hey, Gen 10, the game we're working on for next year, that would obviously be a bit of a Gen 10 tease, but I don't think they'll reveal Gen 10 or anything.
Yeah, I like the idea of them being like, hey, get excited. Kind of like what they did last year, but that doesn't make sense now that we've been starved and have been anticipating Legends ZA. I think they're going to want
lesser than last year.
So all year we've predicted, we've played with the ideas. Are we going to get a black and white remake? That was rumored. Or I like the idea of giving us another kind of a companion game to Legends ZA, maybe like an HD port of X and Y. I think those games could be pretty in HD. That's like just an idea, right? Talking about Generation 10. These ideas are exciting. But now that we've been waiting for ZA for so long, and this game is going to be releasing, we have this year, and we know the Switch 2 exists. I don't see there being a world where they draw any attention for the main series games away from Legends ZA. I think they push Legends ZA in this Presents, and then if they want to do something cheeky later on, they could, right?
Yeah, I think, when I say a tease, I mean, literally, there are no pictures, there's no kind of trailer. It is the guy talking, and he just says, we also do want to let you know that we are working on a Pokemon game for the Switch 2 for next year.
Yeah.
Please, get a Switch 2 or whatever, because, they did that.
Sure,
they've
I
done
can see
that.
Maybe that's in the Switch 2 trailer.
Or
the Switch 2
I feel
Direct.
like they'd want to reserve it for Pokemon, honestly. I feel like Pokemon want to tease it.
Listen. I've already said my piece to what I think it is. It's a mix of the two of what you guys are saying, and it makes so much sense to me. Because if it's a black and white Ilka remake, it is not going to take away from Legends ZA, and it is also perfect for Switch 2. It's like someone just comes on at the end and says, here's what we have in development for Switch 2. And it's like just a flash of Zekrom and Reshiram.
Yeah, but maybe it's not as exciting.
Then the presents ends. I don't know.
It's exciting, but it's not like...
Or it's before the Legend ZA news. Who knows?
I feel like you got to do it after the ZA news.
Yeah, probably. But so there's that. They just show that. And then it is featured in the April Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. Because for me it's the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee version of it, and I've gone over why I think all this is like we've had it in development for a long time, and I just think that I think they want to put it out sooner than later, and I think that the end of this year or beginning of early next year is prime time. I think that's cool. The one. I don't think that they show Gen 10 until later or even mention Gen 10.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely not show it. I think that it makes sense to do it after the ZA thing too, because I always try to think we're kind of in an interesting position because the three of us look at the rumors, we look at the leaks, but obviously Pokemon is not catering their crap to us. No. They're catering it to the general masses who do not look at those things. So I think like that's a cool way to do it too, because imagine that you do not know anything about any kind of black and white game, right? And so you're sitting there and you're watching, they do the Legend ZA trailer, you're hyped because we haven't gotten a Legend ZA trailer, and so you're good. This is the perfect presents to you. You're fine.
Yeah.
But then he goes,
the cherry on top.
We have one more announcement. And you're like, what on earth else could you announce?
Dude,
most people be like, it's gonna be Gen 10, and then
most people say it's Gen 10.
Then it's this. It's like,
so crazy.
Thing.
So
people might write riot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So okay. So the direct is the presents is almost over. Okay. They've spent too much time on Unite. They've spent too much time on Cafe Remix. Finally, we're at
podcast right now.
Yes, we're yeah. We're at the point of the presents. Pikachu pops up. She's waving at I don't know what. Here's a bunch of unknown. They're not making any sense.
The biggest troll ever. See you.
Yeah, we thought it was like a...
Kalos will be called Soyu.
Yeah, that's literally what we said. We're making fun of ourselves.
No, I never said that.
And, question mark. What does it mean? Okay, Game Freak.
Bro, this was shocking. I can't relive this.
We get the Game Freak.
It was shocking. Dusty's like, wait, this is important.
No, it's the Amazon guy. I wasn't sure who was at the door. All right, Game Freak logo. Confidential. We got new trailer. They're showing... I'm going to play the music for the people. They're playing music.
I hear it.
No, you guys can't hear, but they're hearing it. Urban redevelopment plan. And then they reveal something. They rip something off. It translates a vision of beautiful coexistence between people and Pokemon. Legends... Wait, they show this again, but then it transforms into gameplay. All of a sudden, these drawings, these blueprints transform into gameplay. That is my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen. And then now that we have gameplay, they're showing, like, we're getting glimpses of, like, there's a Pokemon that wasn't in Kalos, but now it is. There's a Pokemon that wasn't in Kalos, but now it is. That's a regional form. What is that? That's a Mega. That's a Mega. Like, this is the energy we're going to feel on Pokemon Day. And then we're going to start seeing these characters that look... Not just like, yes, there's going to be, I think the city of Lumio City is going to be bustling. I think we're going to have a clear understanding of what time period it could be in, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to be exciting.
We will understand right away.
It's going to be hype. Then we get into a series. I think this new Legend ZA trailer will reveal the starter Pokemon. That is the biggest question that was established in Legends Arceus. I think we will get a concrete answer on the starter Pokemon. I don't think we will get a concrete answer on what they will become, right? Because even if if we get a mixed set of starters, they could evolve normally and then mega evolve. They could evolve differently into regional forms. They could get regional evolutions, not regional forms for their evolutions, right? Instead of like a Hisuian Typhlosion, it could be like a,
it's a brand new mon.
Basically
something else Phlosion.
All the speculating that we've done for the past year will be the same
thing.
It's like, we still won't know. So
no, I think that's going to be big.
If, like, instead of Hisuian Typhlosion, they did like Hisuian Quilava, and it now evolves into completely different mon. It's not Hisuian Typhlosion, it's a new thing, like Berserker, Sneasler. That would be neat.
That would be so cool. Yeah. So whatever it is, I think we're going to get some clear answers. We're going to have some much more direct questions to ask. I think they're going to introduce us to maybe a professor, right? Maybe some friends. We're going to see the protagonist, I think. I think they're going to show us the box cover for the game. They're going to say, this is what the game is that you're playing. Sorry, Cardinal, we won't be able to use your mock-up for your, for the Legends EA box art that we've been using all year long. We will have to retire that, but I think we're going to get the new box covers. And what else do I think we're going to get?
The release date?
Yeah, I think we could get the release date.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think at the end of the trailer, just like before, right, we're bustling through the city. Here's the thing. It's like, by seeing gameplay, not only are we going to get a glimpse into the visuals, but I think we can also glean a lot. And this is what these analysis will be. This is what our analysis will be all about in the coming days and weeks. But like taking a look at that gameplay to kind of uncover what the game actually will be about, I think there's a lot of things we could pull from the text there. I
do think that they are going to show maybe a little bit of like the plot, like, this is you are brought here, or you were here in this city doing this. So like we'll get more of the redevelopment thing, or like what happened, like why is it destroyed, or why are we redeveloping it, or all of that. And then they will show the main thing. The main things will be the gameplay. Like I don't even know if we start the way you were saying, Dusty. It might just start like Hisui started, where it's just like
the world, it kind of zooms like, out. You know what I love about the Legends Arceus? The Legend Arceus trailer, there's a narrator. There's beautiful music in a soundscape, and the narrator goes, long ago, in a world known as Hisui, or whatever she says.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, that's
something
cool.
like that.
That's cool.
That's what I'm expecting. Yeah. And like it'll show like the to scale and like camera view of you like moving through the city.
And it's just the sound.
Yeah. That's what I'm expecting. And then you see the gameplay, like how you throw the Pokeballs, how battles.
So excited.
I think there'll be like a mega in one of the battles that we haven't seen before. So it'll just be like you'll get one new mega, and it'll show you like it'll just be in passing, like really quick.
Yeah.
And then they'll go to like the starters, and you'll see your starters, and then they'll give a little bit about the problem that's happening in Lumio City and what you have to do to fix it and all that. And then later on they'll split that into like the actual explanation of everything, I think. Yeah. Which is wild, but maybe we won't even get the explanation one for this, because there is going to be another trailer. There is going to be another trailer though later in the year that is going to tell us more.
We get the April presents, the April Pokemon presents.
We'll see. It's not always
an April one though, because
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like months later, we will get another.
Well, here's the question: when do y'all think this game drops? Because that's kind of how you figure out the marketing.
I mean, I just put it on Twitter today. I think late July or August.
At this point,
and see if they do that. I'm thinking if they normally reveal a Pokemon game in November, we typically get our second presents in August, which is 3 months before November. So you'd be looking at about a May presents, which I think works.
And I don't think that they're going to do a lot of promotion for this game either. I really think it's going to be like just like this, where it's, they do this one, and then there's like maybe two more drops.
Yeah.
I would think something in the May presents, something in June, like a little tease in June, a little tease in July. August, the game releases.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a whole podcast about that once we know the release date as well.
Yeah,
so we can compare it to Legends Arceus's stuff, because they did ones where it was they were just revealing like Hisui and Zoroark. That's all it was, or Hisui and Voltorb.
That's kind of what I'm expecting. The only like reveal trailers they really did before the game release was, of course, the reveal trailer, the presents with Hisui and Braviary and all that.
Yeah.
And then they did do on the anniversary of Diamond and Pearl, they did release a trailer that had not Hisui and Kleavor, but Kleavor, and it kind of revealed like the Diamond and Pearl clans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then everything else was like the Voltorb teaser, the Zorua
which are really
teaser.
Small, but they're fun.
And I love them.
But they're small.
They're great.
Yeah.
I want them to do more of those, not more of these, actually. I'm fine with just like one or two big ones like this. And then just give me like just show me a mega, man. Just show me something cool about the game.
To just kind of like latch onto, so we can continue
I
to
love
predict.
I love them as long as I can kind of try to predict what's there. Like, I liked trying to predict that, like, and some people did predict, oh, it's Hisui and Zorua, or, things like that. What I hate is, like, the thing where Iono is like, try to guess the Pokemon I'm describing.
And there's no hints.
She describes a Pokemon that we don't know. Like, if it was a regional form, we might could go, oh, I think she means a Paldean Tauros. But instead, she describes a Pokemon that there's no way for me to predict that.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad, but I will say that the whole Scarlet and Violet hype cycle was tainted by Kaka leaks. And, like...
And for new listeners, that was a leaker. That was a real leaker who was just working on the game.
Straight up showing game.
And was just taking photos and dropping them on Twitter. That's the guy's name was Kaka.
Yeah, any of those leaks, like, we already knew. So everyone in the community, especially, like, the people that finally wanted to be, like, high and mighty, were like, we already know about it, so why we don't care. Why are you showing us this? And it's just like, well, if we didn't know about it, this would be kind of cool that you're
No, I don't think it would be. Like, I'm with you on Grafai, but with the Iono one, it was so dumb.
No, the Iono one was a special case. Okay, that one was very
dumb.
silly.
Like, are we in agreement there? That was dumb.
Yeah,
how
100%.
How am I supposed to play Guess the Pokemon when that Pokemon has not existed before this very moment?
100%.
I really hope we don't get that.
But they did reveal it at the end. It was the way they did it was stupid.
Yeah,
but
like
they
3 days
still gave
later.
us a new Pokemon in the end, so it was like, okay, that's
Well,
even though it was the worst Pokemon ever.
The thing is, if they did at the end of that video, I feel like it would have been good. But instead, she's like, "Be thinking on it for the next 3 days." How?
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about Kaka leaks.
Right.
Who said that there's gonna be an electric frog thing, and this is it now.
Yeah.
So.
Let's take a look here. So Legends EA, I think we're going to get gameplay, new Pokemon, some characters, a little bit of plot stuff, a little bit of more about like what the mission and the gameplay and what the focus of the game is going to be on. I think that's exciting. I'm really just honestly, I'm mostly excited for gameplay because I think that to me will tell me, I mean, that's the vibe of the game, but I feel like that could also tell me a lot of, like, I think I just want to know if Legends EA is going to be more like Arceus or Scarlet and Violet, right? That's really, I think, what my internal dilemma is. It's going to be more like
Arceus,
in fear.
Bro. It's going to be more like Arceus. It is a Legends game. Like,
yeah, but we don't really know,
They're not going to make it more like the new generation games. That doesn't make any sense. Really.
But how do we know?
We don't.
That's why I'm fearful. That's why I'm fearful.
Yeah.
Because Souls played the game. He's Masuda's son.
Yeah.
Masuda's son?
Yes.
Yeah. Masuda is probably daddy.
I think I'm too old, actually.
But, you know what's interesting? Something that is really cool that came out of the Terra leaks was that we found out that Game Freak refers to Legends Arceus and built that game to appeal to quote-unquote gamers, right? Where all of the other Pokemon games are meant to appeal to really anybody, right? Cast a wide net, you get a lot of different things. You capture a lot of different fans. But I think why I feel a lot of people our age feel so connected to Legends Arceus is that it felt really specific to, the way we play games. It felt like not a unique experience, but I do think it just felt like an answer to what we had all been desiring for so long. And I think, we're like 3-4 years out from Legends Arceus, and I do worry about this. I do worry if this new game, ZA, is going to feel more like Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet versus the magic that was Legends Arceus. I feel like Legends Arceus just gave me so much freedom as a player.
Yeah, I think you're talking about multiple different things. I feel like is different from how it plays. I think it's going to play like Legends Arceus. It's just how it feels is going to be you might be worried about that. That I'm worried about as well.
No, but I think why it feels so good is because of the gameplay. It's because of everything that makes up the game. It's because Game Freak built it to appeal to, like, it literally. I mean, they said they're appealing. They're trying to like touch on gamers and like appeal to gamers. And I'm not a gamer, but when I'm playing the game, it feels like a game first, Pokemon secondary, right? I guess it's not restricted by. I feel like it's not restricted by all the things that we, lament about Scarlet and Violet or really any modern Pokemon games. There's things we love, but it's like, every time we say a Pokemon game is like monotonous or like, why are they always doing the same tropes? It's because that's just like the safety game that just continues to sell well, and it's just like the classic formula. Legends Arceus is broke beyond that.
About the sales of this game, since it, I imagine that Gen 10's getting announced February of 2026, and so as long as this game doesn't release January 2026, I feel like it actually has time to cook. Like
it won't. It was confirmed. It will not.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I really do hope it's a summer release, because I do hope. I don't know. Every time someone brings up Legends Arceus sale numbers, I like kind of just start to tune out, because I'm like, that's really, I feel like that's not indicative of what.
I'm not talking about sales numbers, though.
You know what I mean?
I'm not talking about sales numbers.
Either way, though,
I was just thinking I'm on a tangent.
Okay.
Either way, I think that these games will sell way better than Legends Arceus, because there's so much hype.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, there's so much hype, so they're gonna sell better. They're probably gonna do really well.
I hope they're number 4. Like, I hope it's like,
sure.
Like, could you imagine if it was like Red and Blue, Scarlet and Violet? I don't know if y'all saw this, but Scarlet and Violet's like, it's passing Sword and Shield. It hasn't yet, but it's gonna.
Yeah.
And then right below that, Sword and Shield, and then 4 Legends ZA. That would be insane.
I do want to say one more thing, and that is, we haven't even talked about the possibility of this game getting some kind of DLC as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to be on,
right?
Yeah, that's not going to be.
It wouldn't be Pokemon Day. No, it wouldn't.
So we could talk about that later. I think we're going to go live after this. If you're listening to this episode right now, there's a live stream from Tuesday. If you want to go check that out, there's going to be more of this discussion, but a little bit off topic. That will be available on YouTube.
Going back then to Pokemon Day, I think they're really going to focus on the starters a lot. I don't know if you guys have anything to say more about them, but
I mean, we've said everything, man. I feel like we've recorded so many hours.
My direct predictions for ZA.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I have, obviously, my free spaces that ZA will be there. Watch me get that wrong. That would actually, I think at that point I would think we all get funny. I wouldn't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I put Sycamore. I think that we will see Sycamore, or if this game is set in the past, we will see the Sycamore ancestor. I think like he's here. Like this trailer, we're gonna see him. Then I have a new Mega. I do think they'll reveal a new Mega. I think, Soul, I'm kind of with you on how you described the trailer, where like it's just kind of like in passing, like boom, there's a Mega Dragonite. But then
most the old Megas too. Old Megas.
Yeah, of course. And I even have in the bottom right Mega Lucario, because I think we will specifically see Mega Lucario, because that's like the Mega. Cool. I feel like that's like the poster child for the Mega evolutions.
Or what if we get Mega Lucario Z, like a new Mega?
I'm not
Lucario.
expecting it, but I would be here for it.
Okay.
But I feel like the first one's so iconic they don't have to.
No, but wouldn't you think that like if they're trying to show off Megas, I guess the return of a Mega, like I'm thinking like wouldn't it be more exciting to see them reveal Megas returning with like a new Mega, to be like, this is different from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee?
Well, see, that's kind of what I'm saying, like just a straight up new Mega. Like there is no Mega. I'm using Dragonite as an example. I actually kind of don't think it will be Dragonite.
Sure.
I kind of am. If I'm honest, I don't think Dragonite's getting a Mega. But
dude, that would be sweet.
Like I mean, like
we saw Dragonair. We saw Dragonair in the trailer.
Okay, we also saw, freaking Staryu.
Yeah, dude. I think we're getting Mega Starmie. That would be a good Mega.
Okay, well, if we're getting Megas for all the Pokemon
everything to Gen 1. All Gen 1.
Well, or like Mega Klefki. Oh, yay, I'm so freaking excited for that one. Okay.
That would be kind of good, though, actually.
But I did put also mixed starters, because I do believe that the starters for Legends ZA, I have flipped. I believe that they are going to be a mixed batch, and they will not be Froakie, Fennekin, and Chespin.
Flip, fully. That's a whole new take from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just going back to the Megas before we go back to the starters, because you brought it up. I also
please do. I just wanted to get all mine off.
No, I love this. Yeah. This is a good list. Good list.
I was just thinking about like what I said about what they reveal in this trailer. It really depends on what they want to show as well, because maybe they don't go into story stuff, and maybe they tell us more about like this new way of Mega evolving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It depends on which one they want to do. Megas. Maybe or that could be for a later presents as well. So it just depends on that. But anyway, going back to the starters. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just show the Kalos ones. It's like everyone will be like, these are the car starters, Kalos starters.
But then there's a twist later on.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, that would be a good way to surprise us, to be like, because here's the thing. It's like Game Freak, the Pokemon company, it's just made up of people. And those people are on Twitter. Those people are in the ecosystem. They go to events. They know what people are excited about, you know?
Sometimes they're not allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
not allowed to read this.
If they just like they did not say the Kalos starters are your starters, but they like showed Chespin for
yeah.
So everyone goes, oh, okay,
that's what it is.
And then they do presents in May, and they're like, your starters will be Piplup, Torchic, and as this kind of 180. That would actually be really funny. Us go gaslight us into thinking it's the Kalos starters for 3 months, and then drop the bomb.
Dude, I'll take it. That would be sweet. That would be
if
so
they
much
did
fun.
that. If they did that, they would be like, these are your starters, the Kalos starters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's no way they get away with this presents and don't show us like these are your starters.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I think
did also
it feels like a lock.
I don't know what y'all think of this. I did also put new mythical. I don't know.
In the present,
that's got a vibe. Yeah, like even if it's just a tease, like even if it's like at the end of the GA trailer, you see like some little like creature, and you're just like, and you have people going, maybe that's the A legendary, but it's like actually a mythical or something.
If I'm to defend this point, I mean, in the latest Pokemon game, actually the latest DLC or whatever you want to call it, with Pecharunt was teased in the prior DLC and then revealed as a mythical. So they have teased things very recently. You know what? They teased Terapagos. We saw Terapagos forever. That little burst of energy in every single terastallization is it. No, the stone that we carried around, right, was Terapagos.
Something like that.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Well, it
was always present. It was always
a crystal in your Terra Orb.
Yes.
It is not a Terapagos, but it's like identical to Terapagos' shell.
Yeah.
So I do think.
Yeah, I think
and
this
also
is this is cool, man. I can see
the
it.
Terrastal hat, the eyes of Terapagos.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. So absolutely, I love this. I think they could definitely tease something. A new mythical that ties in to or explains Mega Energy. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I kind of want to say that it's like we haven't had a movie in a long time, so I think that's the only way that we get a new mythical.
Nah, because we got Pecharunt without one. That's my thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I don't know why they'd show it now.
It can be, I like something they've shown is like the mythical is usually anime related, and Pecharunt isn't at all. But it can be just anime related. Like Meloetta never got a movie; it just got its own arc in the anime.
Sure.
So it could be like that, and like because that's another thing is Soul, you mentioned earlier, Horizons is like gearing up to like what's kind of the final battle, but I imagine it has another year and a half, so like I feel like you gotta pivot the plot somehow. But anywho, I do think I also will say that I think it could not just be like a new mythical, but it could be that they reveal a Mega Evolution for an existing mythical, and all I'm going to say is if it's Melmetal, I will cry tears of joy.
Nah, really? That'd be cool.
Yes. Yeah. Probably not literally. It takes I don't think I've ever cried tears of joy. But
it's a weird one. Huh?
It would. I
would love to cry tears of joy.
I did on my wedding day. Okay,
that counts.
But that's it.
Counts.
But that's it. But I would be very happy.
Nice. I love that, man.
That would be. My wife would hate me if I cried tears of joy over. Like you.
Yeah. She's like, we've been married for this long. Yeah. Let us know in the comments, guys, what your predictions are for Pokemon Day 2025. This is what it's all been. This is what it's all been about. If you guys have been watching us forever, if you've been subscribed, we've been talking about a lot of this stuff. I feel like we didn't talk about any of the spin-offs, really.
What? There's too much to cover.
No,
we spent like 50 minutes on them.
No, I think there's a possibility we could get like a mystery dungeon game.
Maybe, I said a new spin-off I think could get revealed.
I totally missed that.
I actually
it's hard
don't
to predict
think
it though, because it's like, what could it be?
I don't think it would be anything Mystery Dungeon. I think the Black and White remakes are our spin-off because it's made by another person, another developer.
That makes sense on paper. I would say if you guys want to support us, we also have merch. We got some new designs coming. Bunch of designs, awesome designs on the merch store.
I've seen them. They're good. I like them a lot.
Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com to get all your merch. We got look at these. We got look at this. This is one design.
That's a Zekrom, man.
This is a Zekrom. It's white version. It's a tee.
Grab a Zekrom, y'all.
It's got our stuff on the back. This is just one shirt that we're showing off, but we got so many designs on the website. Go check it out. Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. Links are in the description. We love you guys. Sign up for the Patreon and go check out the new live stream that's over on YouTube right after this for another couple hours of Pokemon chatter. We'll see you guys. See ya.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.